Hey guys, welcome back. So a little bit of a slow day around the property today. Maylena and Colton's still out of town. Colton ended up in the hospital. He's a little backed up, not feeling real good. So trying to get him taken care of. It sounds like he's going to be just fine. But we got home from work today. Jumped down to the gym for just a little bit. Did a little bit of back and buys again today. I normally do legs on Friday, but I decided to switch that up. After I did end up going running yesterday, I'm a little more sore than I wanted to be, but I got that done and feel good, and I'm going to switch my leg day to Saturday instead. So today's July 9th. We just got out here after dinner here, take a look at the animals, do that kind of work. And we ended up with 5 eggs. All the flowers are watered, all the animals are watered, and now we get to do what we want to do on the property. And it's already 8 o'clock, so there's not going to be a lot of work to get done, but I do want to take a look at this project that I've been telling you about. We are working on a privacy fence here very soon, and that's what the poplar logs are going to be milled to on our sawmill in the garage that we moved up here yesterday. We'll get started on that hopefully this weekend, like I've been saying, waiting for the humidity to drop. But that privacy fence has kind of been something that's weighing on me for a couple years now. When we bought this property in 2020, we had 64 acres and was very happy with it, but there was 2 acres that was bought by a gentleman by trade for the roof on our house from the prior lady who lived here, who was a cherished member of this little community, if you want to call that, here in West Virginia. She traded for a roof for these 2 acres of really prime real estate property adjacent to ours. And so those 2 acres sat vacant for 14 years. And as we reached out to the gentleman after we moved here to try to purchase it, 6 months from that day, he showed up with an excavator and decided to put in a campground. This campground right next to us here has about 17, 18 spots. I've honestly been too afraid to count because it's disappointing every time we look over there. But it really changes the feel of the property, really changes our privacy. It changes our plans that we had for the property. It changes a lot. Now, Zena's coming over. I fully respect that it's his property. Absolutely no problem with that. It's just disappointing still. Nonetheless, we love this property, and I don't see us going anywhere right now. But what we want to do is try to give ourselves a little bit of that privacy back. So at the back of this trailer that I am sitting on is a fence that we put up long before he ever showed up. We put that fence up along the property line for this one right here, keep her in here, and it just so happened that it came in extremely handy when he showed up and started doing his work over there. But that horse wire fence that we have up now is really not cutting it. So we're going to put up a privacy fence, an 8-foot tall privacy fence, just to give us that privacy that we now miss. This looks directly into our home, into our barn. You know, takes away all of the peace and quiet and the privacy that we had. But again, I fully respect that it's his property. He can do as he pleases. He has done nothing wrong to us. It's just disappointing for us is all. So I'm gonna get a tape measure out, remeasure this fence that we had put up a couple years back for Xena here, and that'll define how much we need to mill. I'm expecting about 2,000 board feet, about 2,000 square feet of lumber. I'm looking at doing 8-inch wide boards, 1-inch thick. So whenever you're looking at 1-inch thick boards, square feet and board feet are synonymous. So we'll get that measured out, figure out exactly how we're going to start doing this before we start the mill up here very soon, and get to work on that. So if you want to stick around, see exactly what we're getting ourselves into, the length of this fence, how many board feet that equates to, and then after that we'll probably wrap it up for the day. Tomorrow is Saturday, so we get a little bit more time around the house, get to have some more fun. Again, with Maylena and Colton out, we'll be on our own, right, Xena? But it's okay, we can get some things done around the house, we just have to be careful. So thanks for being here, guys. appreciate your support. So I have you guys right on the fence line, and with respect to his privacy, I'm trying not to show his property a whole lot, which is kind of ironic given how him being there kind of took our privacy. But with all due respect, we will try not to video onto his property, onto his campsite here. And so what I'm gonna do is measure this fence. This was a single roll of horse wire fence. So I know it's about 300 feet. They come in 330-foot rolls. But I'm gonna run down here to where the poplar logs are that we picked up yesterday. Got a 100-foot tape measure. I expect to come up approximately up to this post here. And that'll be 100 feet. And we'll do that a couple times down here and see exactly where we're gonna end up by the time we get near the road down there. So hang tight. All right, so we worked out to about 300 linear feet, about 305 feet from post to post if we end up matching the existing fence, which is about what I expected, a little over 300. Whenever I'm stretching that fence, I always try to give myself some slop. And like I said, those rolls come in 300 feet long rolls. So 300 feet was as far as I could take it anyhow. So, and it ended up working out really well with the layout of the property. So 300 feet at an 8-foot tall fence, we're looking at 2,400 square feet of lumber, 2,400 board feet. And we got some chickens fighting over here, so ignore that, please. But 2,400 square feet, 2,400 board feet, and a little bit more than I expected. I expected around 2,000, which is perfectly fine. Another 400 board feet is not a big deal. We'll probably end up milling about 2,500 board feet. So far from what we have fell in the forest there, we have about 900 board feet. I haven't measured to precisely, but I tried to average them out and get a rough number of how many board feet we're at. So we're at 900. We'll do that 2 more times. That'll be 2,700 board feet if I'm estimating correctly. And we'll be good to go to get this fence milled, stacked, and at some point here, probably next year. I'd like the boards to dry, and we're not in a rush to put it up. This guy actually hasn't had anybody show up to the campsite. It is really not in a good location to get business, so it might be a tax write-off situation, which would be great for us, because if we don't have tenants over there, we have less disruption to our property, which is fantastic. But that's kind of all I have planned for today, guys. Little bit of a light day, which is good. We need that, especially going into the weekend and after all these hot days that we've been having. So tomorrow, again, Saturday, we'll take you, maybe show you a little bit more of what's going on around here. We have about a mile worth of trail, half mile to another 6-acre field in the back. Stuff that we need to maintain on the property too. So, and I haven't been back there for, you know, at least a week. I'd like to get out there and make sure nothing's falling on the trails, clean that up if there is, make sure the field's in decent shape, nothing crazy is going on out there. And then, you know, we'll get into the mill stuff a little bit tomorrow, probably, maybe some firewood, maybe some, who knows what we'll find. But that's the plan. So if you are interested in this kind of stuff, I appreciate it. So this is going to be, I think, the 4th video that I publish. And so I'm learning rapidly about the editing stuff. It's been fun to learn. I'm enjoying sitting here and talking. Actually getting my words out to myself is, you know, fulfilling a lot right here. And one day looking back and thinking about the decisions that I made and why I made them, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm encouraged to keep doing this for myself and for my family. But I appreciate it if you feel like you want to be a part of it. We have a lot to do. We've done a lot on this property. We have a lot that we still want to do. And looking right here is probably the location of a future sawmill building. It gives us, again, a little bit more of a blockade between us and the campground beside us, and we enjoy running the sawmill and doing projects with the lumber off the sawmill. So we're trying to set ourselves up for success here. That'll be something down the road here in the future. If you're interested in something like that, subscribe and see if you can catch it when we get to it. But appreciate you all being here. I hope you're all doing well, and go out and have some fun. Thanks.